Hello and welcome to the Tarot with Titania reading of the week for January 14th to the 21st, 2022. I'm laughing because I had to start a few times already. And let those go and let's get into our intention setting. Wherever you are, just pull yourself into this present moment, just releasing anything in your field for now, just taking a pause so you can be 100% present right here, right now. Place your hand on your heart if you feel like it. And let's take 3 nice deep breaths together. Pulling ourselves into co-creative sync across time and space. You are important to this reading. Your asking pulls the answers through, so thank you. Just see a tree root coming down out of the base of your spine, anchoring you deep into Mother Earth, knowing that that tree root is grounding you and providing a channel through which anything that no longer serves you can easily and effortlessly pass down into Mother Earth and become compost for new growth. With each breath filling with light, letting some of that light go down into Mother Earth, sharing your love with her. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I'm here with all of your children who are present on this call. Past, present, and in the future, wherever they are, pull them into the now with us, please. My intention is to be a clear channel for the information that we personally and collectively most need to receive right now. And my intention is to provide that in a manner that we will easily and effortlessly hear, understand, and integrate for our personal and collective highest and greatest good. I invite my higher self and the higher selves of all those listening, as well as an overlighting angel of communication, to be present and facilitate this exchange and ensure that it happens in the highest and best way possible for our personal and collective good, and that we cover all that is in our heart and mind at this time for our best. I'd like to invite the 4 archangels to come and hold the 4 directions around us, creating a beautiful sacred container of light, of love, of wisdom, beauty, healing, transformation, upliftment, empowerment. Whatever is in our collective heart and mind, whatever it is that we most require right now, I ask that it be added to this circle in the highest and best version possible for our good. I invite Raphael to hold the east, Michael to hold the south, Gabriel to hold the west, and Uriel to hold the north. Thank you for coming. Know that you are part of this circle of light wherever you are. And I'm grateful you are. All right, let's get going. Creator, what is it that we most need to receive this week? What information will benefit us most so that we can thrive, grow, be of best service, be all that we need to be, recognize our opportunities, and step up and be of service in the best way possible. Okay. Here we go. Right, recent past, the influence is waning, but it continues into our present, into the future, is the card of the Chariot. Fast forward momentum, major arcana. So this energy is continuing to impact us. Oh, this is a good one. So there's this quality of, well, fast forward momentum kind of says it all, but things are accelerating. That's the energy that we are in right now on the planet. It's why we chose to come, is to be part of this fast forward acceleration and momentum for humanity. We are here on Earth to become more, both personally and collectively. And this time that we've been living through, as strange and kooky and bizarre and amazing as it's been, and frightening, I guess I shouldn't diminish that piece of the experience because the fear has been so high on the planet and so is the stress level as a result. But this energy of fast forward momentum, of us moving quickly, we've been doing a lot of work over the past couple of years, and personally and collectively, we've been shifting a lot. We've been moving a lot of old energy, and it's part and parcel of the energy that is present on the planet right now. It's part and parcel of the fact that humanity is on planet Earth and our solar system is going through a different part of the galaxy right now. And so the light that we're being exposed to is different. I mean, life is continually changing. The energies that we are part of are always changing and shifting. I'll never forget the first time somebody distinguished for me that we have pictures of the solar system and we kind of think that we just sit sort of stagnant in our little corner of the universe. But actually, our solar system is being propelled through space. Just like planet Earth is being propelled through space around the sun, our whole galaxy is being propelled through space, which is kind of interesting. It has to do with this, that energy of momentum. And so the collective energy of momentum right now is about fast forward change. I guess I could have just summed it up that way. But it felt like there was a lot more there to say and energetically to convey. So this is exciting as much as it can be discombobulating. Just recognizing that we are on a trajectory of evolution as a species. And we have tremendous opportunity right now. And this card is all about lining ourselves up with that momentum. And how do we do that? That's where that energy of preferences that I keep talking about, that's life calling to life. That enthusiasm, that excitement, that spark, that joy that you feel inside of yourself when you line up with what you are here to do or what you are inspired by, that generative quality is the life force energy. We all have it within us, and it's phenomenal when we line up with it. And that's what this card is all about, the Chariot card. We need to bring our attention, our focus, our will, our attention into alignment with this collective momentum. And we just set our intention to do that. I want to line up. You just say, my intention is to line up with the momentum and the energy of life right now. And then you'll notice life will give you opportunities. There will be just gentle compulsions. You'll be like, I want to go over here, or I want to take this route, or I want to do this. And of course, as I've been saying for a while now, the message that's been coming through for a while now, I should say, is that this is about following the preference, and the more we listen to it, the easier it gets. So this card, it's a major arcana, that's why I'm spending so much time on it, and the energy of it is very powerful. This card is in the recent past, but it continues into our present, in our future. This energy is ongoing and will continue to be ongoing for a long time. It's just what's up for us as a wonderful human species. And, we're growing up. We coexist on this planet. I mean, I make it sound like we're the only ones here, but we coexist on this planet with all this other life. We need to evolve and realize that we are not the dominant species here. We are here to collaborate and co-create with those other species. We're here to interact with them in a kinder, more intentional and resilient manner, understanding that it's as much their home as it is ours. Okay, lecture over for that one. Now we're on to the Queen of Pentacles. This is the card of the present moment. This is the energy of where we're sitting right now. And the Queen of Pentacles, Pentacles is the earth element. It's all about the quality of material life. Roof over your head, beautiful things around you, good food to eat. It's the comfort and well-being of life is that earth element. And the Queen of Pentacles, the queens and kings really understand their suit. And they understand that element, how to operate in it, how to leverage it for the greater good. Because they're kings and queens. It's not just about them. It's not a personal thing. It's about more than themselves. It's about creating and generating a win-win-win. So kings and queens have that quality of being an outstanding holder of a particular energy and frequency, and then making it happen in other people's lives. So we have the queen, which is the feminine aspect as opposed to the masculine, the king. And so in this case, the queen is sitting here, and it's this connecting to the material realm, to the earth, to all that surrounds us, and being in relationship to it. So the feminine represents the intuitive, the felt, the more, I guess it's the unspoken connection that exists between us and everything else. It means dropping into that space and being mindful of our relationship to everything in our world. So appreciating the kettle that boils the water for your tea, appreciating the bed that you sleep in. There's this sort of quality of mindfulness, of coming into the present moment and just appreciating where you find yourself and how blessed you are as a result of that. So this is the energy that's coming through with this card today, is this calling to be in the moment, in your now, in your material physical experience, appreciating the beauty, the efficiency, the serviceability, like your washing machine and your dryer. Imagine how much more difficult your life would be if you had to do that by hand. Incredible. So being an appreciation of that energy of gratitude and appreciation is so powerful because it lines us up, our little human field, in a different way. And we line up with more things to be grateful and appreciative of. It's all energy ultimately first before it lands in the material. So the more we can become mindful of our dance with that, the more we can leverage it for personal and collective good. And so this card is calling us into, right relationship with our environment, but from that heartfelt, appreciative, more related energy. Again, a relationship to your direct environment. That book that was written that came out a few years back, all about kind of going through the stuff of your life and holding each piece. I'm forgetting the name, it'll come to me later, but holding each piece of clothing or each thing in your life and appreciating it, thanking it, and moving it out if it's not of service to you anymore, or honoring it and cherishing it and taking good care of it, putting it in a beautiful spot with that recognition of its utility and its beauty and what it brings to you in your life. That's sort of the quality that I'm talking about with this card. That's what's coming through with this card right now, is this dropping into appreciation. I am a chatty one this morning. Near future. We have the card of generosity, 6 of Pentacles, another lovely, lovely card. Also the earth element, also this quality of being here now and being in appreciation and expressing that energy of generosity. I mean, it can manifest in so many different ways. There's the aspect of receiving the generosity of life, whatever form that takes, the people around you wanting to honor and acknowledge you and support you, as well as us honoring and acknowledging and supporting others. That could be financially, that could be through things, that can be through time, that can be through all many ways. You get the gist. I don't need to go on and on about it. But this idea of generosity is in our near future. That's the quality that we're moving towards. And so we have this fast forward momentum here and this movement. What do we want to create with it? We have to harness it. We have to use it well and wisely. And by dropping into our now, and I'm looking around my space here at all the clutter that you don't get to see, there's this dropping into the now and appreciating all of the good things in our lives and honoring them, and maybe moving out, being generous with all those things that no longer serve us, and letting them go out and become part of somebody else's experience, to be loved and appreciated and honored. That's one way of stepping in from this momentum to appreciation to sharing to generosity. That's just one example. But that's the flow right now, and how it shifts us. How we can shift. How are we going to leverage this energy to create the more beautiful world we know is possible, of generosity, of kindness, of love, of resilience, of beauty, of well-being, of honoring the planet, of honoring each other, of being in right relationship with all other life on this planet. We have it within us. We are phenomenal as a species. Humanity is so brilliantly resilient and clever and, well, brilliant when they choose to be. Okay. We don't always choose to be, but that's okay. We're learning. Foundation of the reading, why we're having the reading this week, is the Queen of Swords. So we have 2 queens this week, which is kind of neat. This energy of the feminine is very strong. This leveraging of the feminine gifts, the intuitive, the felt, the maybe not quite so linear, although with this one there's much more linear quality because it's the air, the suit of air, and its ideas in the mind and action. Okay, so let's just talk about the Queen of Swords for a minute. She's the foundation card, which is why we're having the reading this week. It's about being intentional and focused. Kind of matches what we were talking about here. Will, attention, and intention all lining up together, matching what it is that you're setting out to do in your life. And I don't think we need to make that particularly complicated. The whole idea of intention setting is a very simple one. Before you begin something, what is your intention? What is it that you hope to accomplish? So like when you collect here with me on Fridays and we do these readings together and we set the intention for the reading through that prayer that I say at the beginning, that is the statement of intention of what we're going to accomplish here. We're creating an energetic space by doing that. You can do it by getting in your car and intending safety and flow as you drive to wherever you're going to. I like to use it. One of my teachers calls it segment intending, but it's this idea of as you begin each new little aspect or something new in your day, just pulling yourself into the present moment and saying, how do I want this to go? What is my intention with this? What do I want to create with this space of time, this little parameter, this little world that I'm about to engage in? You can get really particular about it. You can do it as you start your dishes. You can do it as you clean your bathroom. Or you can start it your day setting your intention. One that I love to keep saying, and I've mentioned it before, is, it's like a statement of purpose that a friend helped me to work out. And I forget the beginning part of it, but it's essentially the gist is my intention is to be a clear, heartfelt channel for light, love, wisdom, and beauty, and to shine brightly in all directions, seeing, affirming, and evoking the highest and best in everyone that I meet. So that's like a nice, broad kind of intention setting that I like to say to myself as I begin my day, or as I remember to think about it around in my day, so that I stay in that lofty frequency, that high energy state that I desire for myself. That's what I'm seeking for me. You have to come up with your own version of that, but you're welcome to borrow mine and adjust it and adapt it so it is yours. Feel free. That's the quality of this energy here. That intention setting, that becoming mindful, pulling your focus, your consciousness into this moment and being very deliberate, kind of uniting all aspects of you so that you can go forward more powerfully and effectively and beautifully and harmoniously and gracefully in life. So this is the foundation for this week, is this energy of intention setting. So maybe this is, if you haven't been practicing this, maybe this will be a fun new tool for you to play with. If you already know about intention setting, but maybe have let it lapse, that's okay. Maybe it's time to dust that one off and start to apply it again in your experience. And if you're somebody who's doing it all the time, I really acknowledge you. It's tricky as a human being to keep doing things all the time. We tend to drop things and then pick them up again. But what's wonderful is you're already leveraging that incredible power. As I said, even the intention, if I want to line up with the energy of humanity's highest and best evolution at this time, and my best version of that is very, very powerful for adding to that profound collective momentum that we're all part of. Okay, so I think these cards are pretty clear. I think I talked enough about them. I could probably go on and on. You'd think I'd had a coffee. So let's pull the card for the reading of the week, for the card to grow on, rather. Hopefully these cards are of service to you. The momentum is here. We're moving in a good way. And by each of us being just that much more intentional and that much more mindful and that much more appreciative and that much more present in our day in and day out experience has a dramatic impact, not only our own life, but the lives of everyone we touch. And because we're all connected, the collective. We're serving the collective. Nice card to fall out of the deck, the Sun, which is the card of human evolution, which is where we're at. I mean, we've always been there, but it's like we're kind of on the dial's gone up a bit on that one. Or a lot, I should say. Okay, so last card. What is it that we most need to know right now for the coming week? What can we hold on to and cherish and carry within us and line ourselves up with for our personal and collective highest and greatest good? We got a third queen. 3 queens. A lot of girl energy this week. A lot of the feminine energy this week. Okay. Queen of Wands. Creativity, inspiration, passion. The fire element. So What is lighting you up? What is inspiring you? Being present with that. So the feminine energy of appreciating it, of being with it, of following it, maybe not being particularly logical about it, but doing the felt process is our card to grow on this week. The sort of dropping into the feminine energy. It's not like we abandon the mind at that point. The mind just becomes part of the collective field of who we are as human beings. The mind is not the leader. It's part of who we are. And the Queen of Wands in the position of card to grow on is, kind of what we need to do this week is to be more flowing, more intentional, more creative, generative, follow the spark, appreciate the spark, give the spark some love, and let it continue to flourish and grow. So this week I encourage you to follow your spark, to pay attention to the feminine energy that's rising on the planet at this time, and line yourself up with it. Set some intentions so that you can leverage it for your highest and greatest good, knowing that your highest and greatest good is the highest and greatest good of our collective. It's all good, ultimately. Okay, so with that, let's close our eyes. Creator, this is your daughter, Titania. Thank you for this opportunity to do this reading for our personal and collective good. I'm grateful for the insights that have been offered this week, and I ask that you support us in living with more intention, with more alignment, helping us to line our own personal life force up with that of this beautiful planet that we are part of, and all life everywhere. This momentum, this fast forward evolutionary momentum that is pulling us onward, helping us to become more than we have ever been, helping us to release all that no longer serves us, helping us to drop into our hearts, helping us to develop our feminine and intuitive gifts so that we can be in greater flow and harmony and perfection with the flow of all life everywhere. I'm so grateful to all the support, all the love, all the space that is being held for those of us who are embodied on the human plane at this time. All those teachers, all those guides, all those wonderful grandmothers and grandfathers and elders who've come before us, who've built the foundation that we are standing on now. I am so grateful for all of this. Thank you to all those who helped to hold the space today. Thank you to you for being here, for being willing to grow, for being willing to stretch, and for connecting and making this reading possible through your addition to the energy of our collective pulling through of answers. I wish you another beautiful week. I wish you great clarity in your intention setting and a wonderful unfolding of the adventure of life in your personal experience. Much love and light, and I will see you next Friday.